Welcome to the StockOptionAssassin.com's weekly video for swing trading options. This is Eric. This is a Sunday video. Today is November 11th, 2012. Here's what we're looking at for this week. Actually, for the next couple weeks, I want to point out two things real quick before we look at the charts. Number one, we have November options expiration this week. We are extremely oversold on the spiders here, which we'll look at in a second. And what we're kind of looking for is actually a little bit of a rally, and that would kind of negate a lot of the puts that people bought last week. So that's, where can the most pain be brought? And the pain can be brought with a face rip rally. So we're kind of expecting a rally this week. I want to see where we open on Monday. The second thing we're looking at is Thanksgiving is the week after, and it's going to be a shortened trading week, and you're probably going to have some kind of light volume, which you're probably not going to have a huge sell-off during that time. So if you kind of look at that, thesis, what we're looking at to do is get long this week. The question is, when are we going to get long? And let's look at a couple plays. We'll look at the market here. So first of all, spiders oversold. We're flirting with the 200. We actually closed twice below it. We did put in this little bit of a inverted hammer candle here, which is, signals the potential reversal of the downtrend. You would need confirmation for that. What I would actually like to see tomorrow, and this would just be awesome, is if we can dip back a little bit farther to the 136.75 area, which would coincide with this gap fill. This would be an ideal spot to buy. You could buy the spiders, spiders call. You could sell puts here. If there's any other bullish plays you're looking at, this is the point where I think you can buy. If I zoom back out a little bit, you can see I also have this very long trend line. This is from November, actually around Thanksgiving last year, and we have the June 4th, is that June? Yeah, June 4th lows here. So you have this kind of long trend line, and you have this gap fill. If we can kind of shoot right into that, then this would definitely be a buy. So that's what we're looking at with our market timing service. If you want some of the trade alerts that we're going to be getting this week off this bounce, go ahead and sign up for our 30-day trial. It's only $30. You're going to get 30 days of trades and education. It's awesome. So the other potential possibility here is if the market rallies up or at least trades sideways, and that would be a different scenario where if we rallied up, then we may look for a sell-off later in the week. So let's see how we open tomorrow before we decide. But if we are looking to buy the dip, here's a couple plays for you. First of all, I've been talking about Macy's with my members. Macy's had earnings a few days ago, so the earnings risk is out of the way. Their earnings were actually pretty good. And as we head into the holiday season, consumer sentiment's up. Macy's looks like it wants potentially go higher. We're in a nice channel. We're at the bottom of the channel. Again, if we get some kind of dip in here, we would be buyers and look for a move to the top of the channel. So we get in, let's say 38.50, you get a $3 move to 41.50, potentially 42. That's going to be a great options play. The second is Exxon Mobil. Exxon Mobil also kind of a potential reversal here, although the hammer is not as obvious, but it is kind of a potential reversal candle. So again, if the market sort of dipped into this zone, you also have this kind of gap fill here, which is slightly below the 200. If we can get a dip into there, I'd be a buyer of Exxon Mobil and look for a move back up to the 89, close to 90, which the previous support was. This should act as resistance. You also have the 13 EMA going on here with the moving averages slightly above. In our service this week, let me tell you what we've played. Basically, we bought TLT. We have been tracking TLT in this large triangle. Once the triangle broke, it broke out. This was this was Wednesday last week. So on Thursday at the open, we bought, about an hour into the day, we bought TLT calls right around 1 p.m. This exploded to the upside, closed at the highs of the day. We had a little bit of a dip. So on Friday, again, closed strong. So what this would coincide, if we get that dip in the spiders on Monday, TLT should actually push up. We would be looking to take at least half of our profits off. Right now, we're up about 40%, I believe, on these calls. This was in like literally 2 days. So this is what we're trading here in the MTS service. So again, check us out. If you have any questions, let us know. And you guys have a great weekend.